This is Shield of the Fallen, Sword of the Dead, Book 4, read by Morgan Rice, read by Liam. Chapter 1. Lance could feel the pulse of the shadow magic in the amulet, threatening to overwhelm him as he lay there in the dark. Shadows were rearing up around him, weaving around like snakes ready to strike. He groaned and reached out with his gift for shadows, pulling them back towards him, forcing them back into the amulet he wore. He sat up, trying to get a sense of where he was. There was sticky ichor on his dark hair, but Lance suspected that it wasn't his blood, that it instead came from the plant monster he and the others had fought just a short time before. The others. Where were the others? Lance looked around, and his command over the shadows let him see through the dark with ease. He saw the remains of the plant monster that they'd fought lying in the middle of the cavern in which Lance now stood. Justin was lying there atop it, his blonde hair tangled in some of the thing's thorns, several minor scrapes on his skin. He groaned and sat up even as Lance watched, the movement filling Lance with relief that his friend wasn't dead. A glow sprang up in the cave. It turned out to be Dorian, approaching with a stone enchanted with the small magic in his hand. Lance had been the one to enchant that stone, and now it cast a soft glow over the cavern they were in. Dorian must have recovered from the fall faster than either of them. Lance breathed a sigh of relief when he saw Dorian and Justin were alive. They had been travelling together for... Lance wasn't even sure how long it was now, only that there was no one else down in this underground kingdom of horrors he could truly trust. Even Kyle, the creature who had helped Lance to learn more about controlling shadows, was acting in his own interests, trying to usurp King Xander of the kingdom beneath's throne. Dorian approached Lance and Justin, concern etched on his face as he looked them over for injuries. "Are you okay?" he asked, his voice laced with worry. Lance nodded, still feeling the weight of the shadow magic in his amulet. "I'm fine," he said, though he knew Dorian wouldn't believe him. "What about you?" Once Dorian had been his rival. He'd made it clear that he despised the fact that Lance had started life as a commoner, rather than someone noble-born like him and Justin. Dorian had hated the fact that Princess Meredith had shown an interest in Lance, not in Dorian. Now, after travelling through the kingdom beneath, Lance wanted to believe that the two of them were at least allies, if not friends. Dorian shrugged off the question. "It will take more than a little drop to hurt me, commoner. Are you okay?" Dorian asked Justin, helping him up from the decaying plant monster. It seemed that Lance had thought too soon. "Yes, just a few scratches," Justin responded, wincing as he tried to brush off the thorns still stuck in his hair.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?